Hello soulmates, I especially welcome you to my YouTube channel. My name is Obicha Wisdom. Are you new to this channel? I say thank you so much for stopping by. Please do well to subscribe to my channel and also remember to turn on the notification bell so that each time I upload a new video you will be notified. Are you a returning subscriber? I say thank you so much for your support so far. God bless you. On today's tutorial, I want to take us through a corset blouse, okay? A corset blouse with a yoke. So, without wasting much of our time, dive into the tutorial. So, they have length of the corset of my corset blouse is okay. Before I do that, I like to have a straight line here, and this is just to serve as a guide for me to know where my measurement is starting from. Okay, so from this point now, I'm going to take my half length measurement. Okay, here is my half length measurement, which is 17. So I'm going to mark my 17 inches. Okay, so from that point I'm also going to take my tape rule to the other side of the paper, and then I'll also mark 17 inches. Okay, so I'm going to rule a straight line. Now from this point to this point is the half length of the blouse I'm working with. Okay, here is the half length that I'm working with. So right now I'm going to place my under my bust point, which is 10 inches, my under bust, which is 13.5 inches. So I'm also going to take that same measurement to the other side of the paper, which is 10 inches and then 13.5 inches. So I'm going to rule across as well. So right now I'm going to take my shoulder measurement. So the shoulder I'm working with is 14 inches divided by 2 gives me 7 inches. Okay, so I'm going to place my 7 inches at on this point. Then from that point I'm going to come down by 1 inch. I'll come down by 1 inch. Then I'm going to slant into the neckline. This is for my shoulder slope. Okay, I'm going to connect to the neckline. Okay, as you can see me doing it now. The basic measurement for our front neck is 3 by 3. So I'm going to place that now. Okay, 3 inches for basic neck measurement, 3 inches by 3 inches. This is just a basic, so you can decide to increase it or you reduce it. It depends on the neck you want. So I decided to go for 3 by 3, which is the basic. So from this point, from this bust point, I'm also going to go up. Okay, from this bust point I'm also going to come up by 2 inches. So I'll mark my 2 inches here. Then I'm also going to take a straight line from there, 2 inches upward, and that line is going to be my, let me quickly label what I have now. So this is my shoulder line. Okay, here is my chest line. Okay, here is bust point, here is my under bust, and here is my half length. So for this shoulder measurement, which is 7 inches from this point, I'm also going to bring the same thing down here. Okay, so as to have a straight line. So 7 inches, I'm going to place it here again, and then take a straight line from this point to meet this point. Okay, 7 inches. So I'm going to connect and so I'm going to place my ruler on this same line. I'm going to divide this line into 2 equal halves. I have 7 inches here, divided by 2 gives me 3.5. Okay, so on that point I'm going to come in by 0.75. okay, 0.75. so I'm also going to connect to the shoulder line from here, connect to the shoulder line, and then I'll bring in my cuff ruler and connect from the armhole. Okay, but before then I will place my bust measurement on this point. The bust measurement I'm working with is 38 divided by 4 gives me 9.5. okay, so I'll place my 9.5 here, 9.5. then from there I'm now going to connect to, sorry, the cuff ruler that I'm working with has broken and I don't have another one at the moment, so please bear with me. So I'm going to connect from this point, from this bust to where I have, I hope you can see what I'm doing. The next thing to do is to input my nipple to nipple measurement. So the nipple to nipple I'm working with is 4 inches, which is 8 inches divided by 2. okay, so that gives me 4 inches. Then I'll also come to my bust point here and take my 4 inches. okay, 4 inches, 4 inches. Then from the bust point I'm going to come down by 1 inch. okay, 1 inch, and then I'll connect to this, I'll connect to this point, I'll connect to this point. Now I'm going to open my dart. I'm going to open my dart right now with half of an inch on both sides. okay, half inch from on this side and half inch on this other side. Then I'm going to connect it back to this first line. okay, as you can see me doing it, this is I'm just drafting a basic bodice block, okay, for half scale. And after I can now alter the measurement into a corset blouse. okay, the very next thing to do, okay, I'm going to take this straight line up to this bust point, take this straight line up to this bust point. okay, so from here now, this under bust, I'm going to extend my dart leg, and that is for my under bust tightening. okay, I'm going to extend my dart leg by half inch on both sides. I'll extend it by half inch on this side. I will also extend it by half of an inch on this other side. okay, so from that point I'm going to connect it back. I'm going to take it back to the line I have initially. I'm going to do that for this other side. I'll bring it down here. Now, so from that point I'm going to come in with my cuff ruler. I'm going to come in with my cuff ruler and take it back into this same line. okay, I'm also going to do the same thing for this other side. I'll take my cuff ruler and connect from my under bust this way into this line. okay, can you see that? So I'm going to place my tape rule on this shoulder. okay, on this shoulder line I'm going to place my tape rule this way and divide it into equal halves. I have 4 inches here, divided by 2 gives me 2 inches. So from that point I'm going to connect into the bust, into this dart. I'm going to connect it into the dart. I hope you can see what I'm doing. okay, I have tightened my under bust here, so I'm also going to tighten my over bust. Now I'm also going to tighten my over bust, but before I do that I would like to come up by half of an inch, and this is to ensure that my boobs are not exposed. okay, this depends on you. You can go with this initial line, but I have decided to come up by half of an inch in order to cover my boobs. I will not want my corset to expose my boobs at all, so that's why I decided to come up by half of an inch. So on this point now, from this point I'm going to also rule it across. Okay, I'm going to rule it across. Now I'll place my tape rule on this dart leg to determine what I have here. So I have 1.5 inch for my dart opening here for my shear. So I'm going to bring the same thing up here. Okay, so that 1.5 inch, I'm going to share it unequally. I'm going to bring 1/2 inch to this side that is going towards the center front, and then I'm going to place 1 inch at this other side that is going towards my armhole. Okay, then I'm also going to add say 1/4 inch. I'll add 1/4 inch again on both sides. Okay, I'll add 1/4 inch again on both sides. So from there now I can now come in with my cuff ruler. Okay, I'll also connect it back into this same line. I hope you can see what I'm doing. If there's any part of this tutorial you do not understand, please ask questions in the comment section. Okay, let me have your questions, and I promise to attend to your questions in the comment section. Okay, so I'll now come on this what's it called, this chest line. On this my chest line, I'll place my tape rule this way. And I'll come down by 1/2 inch. Okay, I'll come down with 1/2 inch, which I have here, and I'm also going to extend it by 1/2 inch inward. I'll extend it this way, and then I'm going to take a straight line from there. And this is the gap between the two boobs. Okay, I have just 1/2 inch here, but by the time I open up the paper, it becomes 1 inch. Okay, so this 1 inch is for the gap in between the two boobs. Okay, so from this point now I'm going to connect into what I have here. Okay, I'm going to connect it like a deep sweetheart line. You can do that with your free hand. Okay, and you see what I have. I hope you can see that. I'll connect into this line. So from that point I can now come in with my cuff ruler. I'll place it this way, making sure it's sitting perfectly on my under bust line, and then I'll bring it to meet this one here. Bring it here. I'll connect it back to this point. Okay, connect it back to that point. So with this now, my first cup is ready. So for the second cup, for the second side of the cup, I'm going to divide what I have here by 2. So I'm going to place my ruler, my tape rule this way, and divide what I have here by 2. So on that point I'm going to come down by 1/2 inch. Okay, 1/2 inch. So from there I'm going to take a straight line to the side. I'm going to take a straight line to the side of the paper this way, and then from that point I'm going to connect to my second what's it called, cup. So from that point now I'm going to take my ruler and my cuff ruler and take it back to meet that point. Okay, I'm going to take it to meet that point. Take it to meet that point. I hope you can see what I'm doing. So with this now, my 2 cups are ready. Okay, my 2 cups are ready. For this side of the cup, I feel it's too wide. I think it should come this way. Okay, better. So I'm not going to be making use of this one again. Okay, I'm not going to be making use of this. So here is my first cup, and here is my second cup. Okay, so So for us to have this is our yoke, this is our yoke, and then here is our two cups. So the very next thing to do now is for me to place my measurement. Okay, so I'm going to place my bust measurement now, which is 9.5. That's 38 divided by 4. I have 9.5. So I'm going to replace what I have here. Okay, I have 2 inches here, so I'm going to replace it, 2 inches, and then 1.5 inches for my regular, for regular allowance, seam allowance. Okay, then I'm also going to place it on the waistline and input my waist measurement. So the waist I'm working with is 34. 34 divided by 4 gives me what's it called, 34 divided by 4 gives me 8.5. I'll bring it this way. So I'm also going to take what I have here. I have 1 inch here. I'll replace it. Okay, I'll also replace it 1 inch, and then I'll add my 1.5 regular allowance. So I'm going to connect with my ruler. I'm going to connect with my ruler this way. I'm going to connect with my ruler this way. So with this now, we are done with our measurement. Okay, we are done with our corset. So I'm going to connect this place. This is just for me to have my yoke intact. Okay, this is for us to have our yoke intact. So I'm going to cut it out now. Cut it out this way. So here is my front piece. I'm done drafting my front piece for the corset. So I'm going to go ahead now and draft my back. Okay, so for the back I'm going to place my shoulder. I'm going to place my shoulder, which is 7 inches. That's 14 inches 14 inches divided by 2, which gives me 7. So from that point I'm going to come down by 1 inch, and then I'm going to take my neck measurement for the back, which is 3 inches to the side. My neck measurement for the back is 3 inches to the side, and then 1 inch down. 1 inch down. So I'm going to come in with my cuff ruler now. I'm going to come in with my cuff ruler this way. I hope you can see what I'm doing. So from this point, from this shoulder slope, I'm going to connect into the neckline. I'm going to connect into the neckline just like this. Then from this point, I'm going to come down by 7 inches. 7 inches, and that becomes my chest line. So I'm going to rule across. I'm going to rule across for my chest line for the back. So I'm also bring down the same 7 inches that I have here for the shoulder. I'm also going to bring it down here 7 inches, and here is it. Then I'm going to connect with my straight ruler. I'm going to connect with the straight ruler, and then I'll place my tape rule on this line. I'll divide this line into 2 equal halves, which gives me 3.5. 3.5. So I have my 3.5 here. Then from that point I'm going to come in by half inch. Then I'm going to come in with my ruler as usual, and then with my cuff ruler. Okay, then here is my zipper allowance. So from this point, from this zipper allowance, I have gone ahead to take my nipple to nipple to place my nipple to nipple measurements. Okay, my nipple to nipple is 8 inches divided by 2 gives me 4, so I've placed 4 inches here, and then I did the same thing here, and then I came down by 1 inch from this chest line. Okay, let me label this. This is my chest line. So from this chest line I came down by 1 inch, and then I opened my dart leg by half of an inch to both sides. Okay, then I took a straight line from this dart leg to meet this 1 inch where I came down. Okay, so, and that is basically all for the back. That is all for the back. So I'm going to cut it out now. Okay, so here is my back piece, here is my back piece, and here is my front piece. So basically this is all, but I think I need to say something here. For this front, here is the yoke and here is the down part. I'm going to cut it out for us to see, so that you know how to go about it. Okay, so I'm going to cut the yoke out now. So this, to cut the yoke out now for us to see, so that we'll know how to go about it, so that you don't make a mistake while cutting yours. Cut the yoke out this way. So here's the yoke. This can be replaced by a tulle net, by any fabric of your choice. Okay, so I'm also going to take out this dart and bring out my cup. Also remember to label it. Remember to label your cup so that you don't get confused. Okay, 1 and 2. And also I like to place it this way so that I don't make a mistake of turning it the other way around. Okay, so I've labeled it 1 and 2. Take this place out, and I'll also take this part out. Take it out this way. Okay, I'm also going to take this second cup out. I'm also taking the second cup out. Okay, I'm also going to take out the second cup. Okay, take it out this way. So here is my first cup and here is my second cup. Here is my yoke. Okay, so I'm going to put these two pieces together. I'll put these two together with my paper tape. Okay, so here is what I have. Can you see it? So here is the yoke, here is the cup, and here is the bodies. Okay, so this is the complete set for the front, and here is the back. Okay, so it depends on what you are making. If you also want to have a yoke for the back, you can go ahead and slash it this way, depending on what you are making. If there is any aspect of this tutorial you don't understand, please put it down in the comment section below and I'll attend to your questions. With this, we have come to the end of the tutorial. Okay, if you have not subscribed, please do that, and also remember to give this video a thumbs up and then share so that it can reach so many other people. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.